Hello everyone, I am back with another market update for Smyrna, Tennessee. So if you have been wondering how we did for the month of March, go ahead and grab a cup of coffee, pull up a chair, let's dive right in. Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Patricia Omishakin, and I am a local realtor here in Smyrna and surrounding areas. So today, let's go ahead and get started and see how the market did this past month. All right, so we're going to start with new listings. How many new listings did we have this past month? We had 132 compared to the previous year, which was 127, and the year before that was quite low. So we are seeing some activity when it comes to new listings. Yay, that's awesome. We're right at the beginning of the spring market now, so the trend is that we'll start seeing more and more listings come on the market. All right, just look at a quick timeline of what that looks like over the past 5 years. You can see pre-pandemic, listings were pretty high, then it plummeted down, and now we're on an upward trend. We're not quite where we used to be pre-pandemic, but we're getting there. We're getting close. So let's take a look at what we have under contract right now. That's increased, so that's also good. We can see over the past couple of years that number has trended upwards. Again, that's showing that we have activity right now, and that's a good thing. Looking over the past 5 years, it was kind of low in the beginning of 2019, then it went up and then back down, and we're still pretty low compared to where we were in 2020. So again, we're at least trending upwards. So that's a great sign that the market is shifting. Let's take a look at closings. We had 67 closings in March in Smyrna, and the year before that we had 79. So we did a little bit better this time last year compared to where we are this year. And if we look at that timeline over the past 5 years, we can see that we had let's see, what is this? January of 2021, we had 115 closings. That was in the thick of the pandemic, so everybody was buying. Interest rates were low. And then, of course, everything came down once the interest rates started going way up high. And as you can see, closings tapered off a lot last year. But finally this year, things are looking brighter and the numbers are climbing upward. So that is another great sign for the market. All right, so now we're going to take a look at how many days are homes staying on the market from the time they list to when they close. That number is increasing. Why? Because for one reason, the mortgage rates are high, so that means that cools down the demand for the homes that are in the market. So buyers do want to buy. The supply is not where it needs to be, but the supply that's out there is not being bought as fast because their interest rates are so high. So that's kind of cooling off the buyers from buying the homes, and therefore the homes are staying on the market longer. So what we're seeing is an average of 3 months here in Smyrna. And if we look at that over the past 5 years, we can see, what am I looking at? Okay, how long it's taken to close. And even before the pandemic, it was taking about 80 days. And that definitely went up once with the pandemic hit, and then it dropped significantly this month. And then it's really high again once everything cooled off with the pandemic and the interest rates shot high up, skyrocketed. You can see we're up to over 100 days in November. So, and that's expected in the colder months because the market tends to slow down at that time anyway. All right, so let's take another quick look at, let's see, those listed close. The sales price. Sales price is kind of holding steady. It did drop a little bit, about 8% compared to this time last year. And the year before that, it's even lower than that. Take a quick look at the timeline over the past 5 years, and we'll see, oh gosh, that number right there, $265,000 back in 2019. before the pandemic hit. And as you can see, homes have appreciated over the years, even before the pandemic, But, during that, pretty much everything doubled. So anybody that had a home has built a lot of equity in their home. So this is why homeownership matters. This is one good way to build that generational wealth. People that own a home are 10 times more net worth than people that rent. So keep that in mind if you're a renter. If it's a good time to start thinking about it. I'd be glad to work with you. Not everybody's ready now. It can take a year, it can take 2 years, but it's something that you should start thinking about. All right, so as you can see, the days, the prices are much higher now, and it's still trending upwards, and it came down just a tad, as you can see, but there is no talk of a crash. A crash is not expected. According to the experts, the market is shifting. It may be cooling down a little bit, but it's not like we're going to ever see these numbers come back again. That's not the frame of thought that's going to happen. So hopefully, though, what will happen is the rates do drop at least a little bit over time. So lastly, we'll just take a quick look at I meant to show you total inventory, but that's gone up 18%. Again, that's a good sign that the market is active and trending upwards. People are starting to put their homes on the market. It's very hard because people that have the 3% mortgage rate, they're finding it hard. Even though they might want to move, they don't want to because they have that low interest rate. They're worried about their next home, how much they're going to end up paying for it. So, but again, inventory is increasing, and so that's a great sign. Months of supply, that has improved. Before last year, this time last year was at 2, and right now we're sitting at 2.4, so that's an increase of 27%. All right, let's take a quick look at the mortgage rates. Those bad boys went up again. We were hovering around 7% earlier this week, and then the Feds did their thing. They had their meeting, and currently inflation is not where they need it to be. It's not as high as it was, but it's still not where they want it to be. So they did their little number thing, and voila, mortgage rates were impacted. That went up. The good thing is unemployment rates are low. There are lots of jobs on the market, so that's a great thing. There's a lot of businesses here in Smyrna, so Smyrna is growing, and I will show you how many homes we have listed. So that's next. But here is where we are right now with the interest rates nationwide. Currently sitting at 7.37 for a 30-year fixed conventional, and for FHA is 6.75. All right, so let's take a quick look at, I did this, a list of homes that are currently on sale in Smyrna, and it was about 160. That I narrowed it down to how many of those were new construction homes, and over 100. So at least, what is that, a third? Way more than half. Not a third, I meant 2/3. More than half is our new construction homes. So to me, that's where the magic's at. Because with new construction homes, the positive plus thing is that you can, the builders are offering concessions. So they'll give you money towards closing costs, towards your buying down your rate, upgrades options. And so that helps you if you're a first-time home buyer and you've got to pay your closing costs, you've got to come up with a down payment. It takes a little bit of the burden off your plate if you don't have to come up with that additional $10,000 say for closing costs or to buy down your rate. So, and these are not priced, too bad. Obviously, these are starting around $339 for a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. That's entry level, a starter home, and you're looking at around 1,500 square feet. And so a lot of these are going to be townhomes, the ones in the 3s. You can see townhome. Some of these are to be built, again, townhome. So when you start getting into the 4s, that's when you're going to actually have an actual house. Again, these are still townhomes. All right, let's see. This community is new, called Greystone. They've got townhomes and they have single family homes. So there's a lot of activity when it comes to new construction in Smyrna. So if you've been sitting on the fence, been thinking about buying a home, now's the time to go ahead and jump in. I can help you, guide you through that process. You definitely don't want to just stick with the agent on site because that agent works for the builder. You want somebody who's going to represent you. And that's where I come in. I'd love to help you. So here. So if you have any questions, need any assistance, feel free to text me. Text the word consultation to 615-802-4610. I will leave a link to my Calendly lender below in the description box. I will also leave a link for a Smyrna market report if you want to get the market report. There'll be a link for all the new construction homes. You can get on the list to get it weekly. There are lots of options. And so, don't forget, please give this video a thumbs up because I'm kind of fairly new and really trying to reach more people and help more people. So that kind of helps you to push it out to more people that may be interested in the market update. And also hit that subscribe button. I'd love for you to become family. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.